And we are streaming. Yay.
Hey.
Sweet.
So what are our topics this time?
I don't see any in the questions, but I think I would be super cool with talking about editing maps and customization and stuff like that. I learned a lot with the last time that I set up a map.
Okay, well, we'll start with that then. Have at it.
Alrighty. Oh, goody. Yay.
I shine the spotlight on Thakarma.
Yeah.
It's only 5,000 watts.
Oh, only. I have to get my sunglasses out. Right. So the last time I did a custom map, of course, playing with painting the biomes, if you take it into, I use Photoshop, but whatever your favorite one is, GIMP, I think it's a free one that people use a lot. And you can paint the biomes. So what I did is I was taking, good English there. When I generated the map using the vanilla settings, I took a screenshot of the preview, and then I overlaid it on the map in Photoshop, and then painted where I want the biomes to be. And then Zipcore, like the day before I did my map change, he's like, "Oh, look at this! I got this cool little mod that you can use that has some more settings and made it a little bit easier to tinker with the height map." So I was able to use that, and it was pretty darn easy to incorporate it into my workflow. So it made editing the height map easy, and the pathways. That one was pretty cool. I wasn't expecting that to be able to edit where the roads were. So that was
What was this Zipcore mod that he told you about? Is it something he did or is it something he found?
He did. He actually worked on it. So he messaged me the day before. He had me test it for him, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, it worked great." So he's got it. We've got it posted over on the Compo Pack Discord, and I think he posted it here as well.
Maybe we should add links to the website for mods. Just like
yeah,
a page.
if we discuss them.
That and just like, hey, if someone is a modder in the Discord, that we can add their a link to their mod, whether it's GitHub.
Oh yeah, he posted it in the custom map making channel.
Was that the download though? Was that the DLL or whatever he used? Or was that just a link?
That's the link to the mod.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Could you make it where it's the mod shows you post it whether it's client side or server side to make it easier for people to differentiate what they're looking for?
Sure. Well,
we could probably throw in a tag for that. But what we should probably do is do a page and then have the link and then maybe have a little description of the mod, and then we could input there somewhere if it's server side or client side, or
Thank
both.
You. Like this one was map editing, so it was client side. Because my clients, or we generate the map client side, and then when you push it to the server, the players don't have to download anything extra. So it's super easy to use, though.
Yeah, with most, I can't even speak today. Yeah, I'm channeling my inner Mike Tyson. With most mods, they're going to be server side. The only time they're generally both, if it's a DMT mod, anything that would add in code like C# or add in new assets, whether it's like brand new vehicles or new weapons that have Unity files. Anything XML is server side, and that pushes to the client. Anything where you're adding something physical in, even new blocks. If you decide that you want to put new blocks in a game with your own textures, that you have to export that into a Unity file along with XML, and players would have to download that. So I'd say 98% of mods are server side, and then if you have your overhauls or stuff that adds in actually new assets, would be both. If that clarifies things a little bit.
I would add that prefabs also have to be client side and server side.
Well, they can just be server side. It helps if they're client side too.
It is bad if you don't.
Yes.
Really, really, really bad.
Yeah.
You're gonna miss the.
They're kind of they sit in a sort of in between. Like you should, but you can sort of get away with it, but some things may not work, and you may have issues. So
Quests.
it's just better to have it installed client side.
And just
Yeah.
remember, players hate downloading things.
Oh,
Yep.
I agree. That's how I run my server.
You know, I'm dying for a lock to be able to get the Steam Workshop going to alleviate where I don't want to download things. I'm like, dude, but it makes the game so much more fun. Right? And we get Steam Workshop support, and it's a whole new ballgame.
Oh yeah.
All right, back to your map stuff.
Where was I?
Zipcore's mod, and you could do edit roads.
Right. So we could edit the roads, which was a nice addition. So you could have lots of fun. The height map editing was pretty nice. I've never used the height map editing on like nitrogen or whatever. You said that you used that, Naz, the nitrogen
Yeah, they've got a
conversion.
converter tool included in the files that you can convert the DTM into a PNG, so you can edit it and then convert it back to the format the game uses.
So Zipcore's mod gives you that function without having to install nitrogen, which is nice. So yeah, it was cool because it gave me a chance to brush off my Photoshop skills a little bit and smooth the edges around towns that were next to a mountain, because you know how they have those weird circles cutouts into the hills. So I was able to smooth those down. And if you have brushes, you can do some fun stuff too.
Did you experiment with
Preparation
brushes?
I didn't have time to, but in my distant past, I've used those before. I was using brushes to make the edges of my biomes not be like a straight line. But I did come across a crater brush that I just have to remember how to get it so it sets the
Depth?
yeah, exactly. So I just have to play with a little bit more because I can't remember how to do that. But the brushes could be fun because then I can have ginormous craters in various places.
And then you could put cities in there too.
I don't know how to place the cities themselves, so I was generating a map and the cities would kind of just generate where they wanted to, and then I worked around that. So if I had a small city, I could probably put a crater stamp around it.
Maybe that's something Pile or Zipcore could add into their programs.
Yeah, I can attest. Manually spawning a city is no fun.
How do you do it?
Painfully.
Well, first you have to spawn the tiles, and then because the prefabs won't spawn their own, the tiles won't spawn their own prefabs, you have to then spawn the prefabs on top of the tiles. So you've got all of the tiles to spawn, and then all of the tiles prefabs to manually spawn. And yeah, that at that point I was just like, nope.
Yeah, it sounds like too much effort and work.
And do you have to line up the tiles perfectly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's this super annoying glitch. Like sometimes you'll rotate it correctly in the world editor. You'll go in game, and the prefab or the tile will face the opposite direction. So you have to go back into the world editor, rotate it so it's facing the wrong way. Then when you go back in game, it's now facing the right way.
I wonder if that's a difference between Linux and Windows. Because you can, if you use the same seed and generate it on Linux and generate it on Windows, it'll be slightly different.
Wouldn't the same seed be slightly different for everybody depending on what your sliders are set at?
Well, just in general, I'm just speaking generality. So if you go in and like you start up your dedicated server and you have it generate the map, and you do it on Linux and you do it on Windows with the same exact seed, it'll be different. Because of the way Linux works and Windows works. So I'm wondering, because Naz, you're running your server on Linux or Windows?
It was on Windows, but this was just a single player game, so it was all on the same machine.
Oh, okay. Because I know, like I said, I know the Linux and Windows vary just a little bit, you know, because of how they're written. But I wonder if that could be a contributing factor. But you're doing it all on a Windows machine. That's just weird.
I was I could have sworn I saw something about map editing where you had to flip the image 180 degrees for it to work properly. And I'm wondering if it's something to do with that makes the prefabs randomly decide to rotate.
It could. I mean, it's still an early access game. We don't know, what's doing what fully.
Years later, it's still early access. But I've been having a lot of fun customizing the maps. And Naz, I did use your little walkthrough on how to place things in the game, or place POIs in the map editor. It was super handy, very, very handy. And then now that they added that Twitch command to reset prefabs, to the vanilla game, makes things wonderful.
So here's
I don't know when that snuck in.
So here's a question for you, Karma. Are you just gonna go into a little phase of making some maps?
I go squirrel, and I never know when the the acorn's where the acorn's gonna drag me. So.
Well, I'm just curious if you just decide to go on a map run and just make random maps because you're bored or you're just want to play with the tool, that you could post them online for people to download.
My worry about that is the fact that each build is going to make changes to stuff, and I worry that if they add something, because even if the POI, I mean, I don't know what the potential there is. Now, probably not, because it's just saying this is the POI name and it goes here, and if there are any updates to that POI, it should be fine. But if they do something major between one of the the point whatever builds, probably. But usually I make it I go a little manic before a map wipe on my server and go futz around and oh right, that's how you do this. And I've been very squirrel this last 6 months. So that's my map stuff. Oh, the other thing about the tool that Zipcord had was it the feature that I really liked about it is that it said, or it worked out that it would add a snow biome over a certain height.
Oh, I like that.
So does nitrogen have something like that, or is it all just this is just going to convert the raw files back and forth?
I don't think nitrogen has anything like that, but I could be wrong.
It's like that by default.
Oh, is it?
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, it was. I liked that because that was specifically what I was trying to do when I was editing the biome map manually.
I just remember nitrogen is deprecated too. I mean that's.
Oh yeah.
If anybody's new and oh, what's this nitrogen? It doesn't work anymore.
Works in 19 still if you want to play in that one, but no.
Have you talked to Pyle at all to see how his is coming along?
Pilly's, I
whatever.
think he's on a bit of a sabbatical right now, so we haven't seen any updates from him in about a month. So we're okay.
Yeah, I thought he was supposed to have it out by now, but maybe I was mistaken.
His last prediction was hopefully sometime March, April. So we're only partially into March. So it's but I believe he works in academia, so I suspect he's on some kind of sabbatical or whatever summer is in Germany, or it could just be there's a lot going on over there in Europe right now.
Yeah. I was just curious. I'm looking forward to trying that out.
Oh my god, yeah. Some of the teasers that he put out is amazing, and I made some graphic assets for him. So yes, my name will be on the tools acknowledgements list.
Yeah,
I made little squares.
I need to poke Salty and damn it, I have not eaten yet, so my brain is still kind of and Koi about that project I was talking about, and see because I think that'd be a nice little thing eventually to reveal that once things get working on it. Cool.
I know that Stallion over at the Compo Pack is also looking for some programmers to help with a couple projects that he's got in mind. So if anybody knows any programmers that want to have fun with POIs and stuff and make people's lives better, please feel free to reach out to me.
See, that throws me to Big Bang Theory. Fun with flags. Now it's fun with POIs. Stallion Den presents Stallion Den's Fun with POIs.
Whoosh.
You will not survive them.
Nope.
This is true.
Oh,
His,
Jesus.
his POIs are god awfully challenging. I remember I don't know, it might have been 8:15 when he did the casino the first time, and I loaded it into my map, and I got 3 frames per second with just me on it.
Yeah, that's a constant thing I'm
I was
reminding people.
helping him test that one.
Yeah, like I couldn't even get in the building because I was like stuttering because of how huge it was, and
Mhm.
8:15, no map
Not
optimization
optimized.
whatsoever. So
Yeah. We've been doing a lot of testing. On the plus side, we're finding so many little things that are being passed along to the pimps to fix. That's awesome.
that's if they fixed them.
Mm,
I-
trust me, Stallion's stubborn enough. He'll remind them
Is he
constantly.
is he on the test team?
I can neither confirm nor deny. But he knows people, so yeah.
Yeah,
And he's very stubborn.
yeah, it's because some things are a priority for players, but not for developers.
Hmm.
And like there should be at least some crossover where like, hey, fix this. We're not
Mhm.
having fun and it's pissing us off. Versus,
Mhm.
oh well, it's not a major bug issue, so we're just gonna put that aside for now.
Or my favorite, is your server modded? Well,
No.
yes, because you're constantly saying that if you want us to make changes, then we have to then we can mod it. So don't get mad at us because we mod things.
Well, if you guys did a better job, we wouldn't have to. Oh, did I say that out loud?
I just want the late stage horde nights to be more fun again. That's just driving me crazy.
Performance in cities.
Hmm?
Performance in cities as well.
Hmm.
I want NPCs. Bad guys, friendly guys.
Oh, there's a group that's working on a big mod pack for that.
Yeah, but the problem is you're working on AI based in the game, and that sucks. I mean, it's openly admitted that TFP has recognized that the guy or woman, whoever they did hire for that, lied, and they were shit at coding it. But now I know they have an actual good person in there because they did hire someone new, or maybe a couple people to replace, to be able to improve the AI and stuff. But that's really what I'm looking forward to is, your raiders or your bad guy NPCs, and if they make friendly NPCs, so maybe you can make like
Faction system.
right factions, and then maybe you can have an encampment like Starvation did a really good job with NPCs as far as friendlies. Even though the coding kind of sucked. I mean, I know I think Mortalis improved on the coding with the mod, but you put up certain things and it would attract NPCs, and then they would have an assigned job to do stuff, so you as the player can go off and explore and hunt zombies and do other stuff rather than waste your time doing this or that.
Mm.
I miss Starvation. That was a great mod. Except the spiders. Fuck them spiders.
I've still only played Darkness Falls, honestly, just because I hate having to walk my players through where to put the files and how to install mods. So I've only done that once at the very end of 19. But I do watch some people that are streaming it, and I've seen some pretty horrifying things.
Well, with the most overhaul mods, if they're in the mod launcher, you don't have to do anything. Just, hey, download this mod launcher, do this, and
Okay,
and boom.
stop right there. Yeah, exactly. Download this mod launcher.
I'd post a link in the Discord. Just install it.
Yeah, just install it. Yeah, I walked through that with my folks, and since that was the only time we'd ever done that, yeah, that was fun.
Let me
Kane
tell you
has a pretty
story.
good video too.
Kane puts up weekly videos.
Well, on installing mods manually.
Okay. But he doesn't talk. So does he talk?
Yeah, of course he does.
Someone doesn't talk. I forget who over in Guppies doesn't talk when they do videos.
Oh, they were posting it over here too.
Yeah. Kane's in here somewhere. In the Discord, rather. Not, I wouldn't mind having him on if it, at some point. And we tried that in the past, but he could not. He wasn't feeling well, so he couldn't make it.
Prisma's the one that doesn't talk.
That's right. Prisma doesn't talk.
Yeah. I go back like, no, it was when I was in the mod channel asking about how to use Xmod to get the freaking late stage blood moons to spawn more than one per frames per second.
Yeah, CPM's
a
very good mod.
Yeah, I can't though.
You can.
It's got the one. I can't.
But CPM is not CSMM.
Hey, Kayla.
No.
Hi. Missed you guys.
Long time no see.
Yeah.
I added a link to that Kane's video.
My business partner
cool.
is actually in here, Swordwalker.
Oh,
What?
hi, Sword.
Nope.
Ah.
Nope, I don't
The
know
boss
her.
is here.
Don't know her.
See, he's already disassociating himself. That's not a good sign. I don't know who you are, strange person.
Yeah, quit following me around. Thank you.
We're not playing this game again.
Mm.
No, hi, Kayla. Hi, everybody. Sorry.
Do you guys have any questions? I mean, we're just kind of talking about something that I want to talk about, but what do you guys want to talk about? You and Kayla and Swordwalker.
I like to come see what everybody knows and get information. So
You like picking brains?
Well,
Mm.
this
I
is
like
why it's called brain
absorbing the
drain.
brains.
You're draining
Ooh, I
our
will
brains.
straight into mine.
I will add for the maps, and this is something that I didn't know until I hit it because of the map tools. Because when I uploaded my map to the server, I just left everything in the folder, assuming that the server was going to push just the needed map files to players. No, if you leave any files in the map folder, it's going to push all of those files to your players. So I was pushing my Photoshop files, my preview PNGs, everything to my players, and it was borking things up. So as soon as I removed those,
Photos,
yeah,
photos.
honestly, it didn't occur to me. I was like in such a hurry to get this stuff out the door because I was testing that map tool last minute. I'm like, okay, we'll just go da-da-da-da. And even when I'd been using nitrogen, you know, they've got that nice preview picture there. That wasn't something I need to be uploading. So it hadn't ever occurred to me. So by removing all those files, it significantly. Oh yeah, the download went from 8 minutes to 2 minutes.
Oh,
That's pretty crazy.
Well,
Yeah.
when you have all them PSD files in there that are you know 50 megabytes.
If you guys found, so a lot of times we'll say if you guys download the map early, but we're getting the issue where players are downloading the map and then they're getting the "you've been banned for 15 minutes" issue.
That's an us problem because
No, I've seen it on other servers too.
I know, but that's because I keep adding things to the RWG. Because every time I add new things in after the map without wiping fully, it remakes them download it. That's why that's happening.
So that was actually the thing that my players were hitting. They were getting banned by EAC because it was taking too long, and it was because I had so many extra files in my map folder. So as long as you only have the very, very few files that you actually need, you should be fine.
So, Roll, make a note that I need to go in and delete all of my pretty artwork files.
So
yes,
here's a suggestion: is have another folder that you copy your stuff into and work on it there, and then you can just like, okay, here's my work folder, and here's my production folder, like okay, copy it over.
A live folder.
Yes, it's like, okay, this is where I play with shit. This is what the players download shit. And that way it'll make your lives a lot easier.
I have a folder dedicated to where I'm uploading and downloading this stuff. So yeah, when I transfer it over there, I just have to pick out the files that I don't need anymore.
You can actually delete some of the other files that are quote unquote supposed to be there, but it comes with some asterisks. Like if you make a change on the map and you delete those files, the map will be broken because it needs those base files to make the processed ones, and if you've deleted the originals, it can't. But if you save a backup copy, and it honestly doesn't save that much time, maybe like 40 seconds less to download, but it's just food for thought.
So like generate the map and then remove them? Sorry, Kayla.
Yeah, you have to start the server first so it makes the processed files, but once those It only needs those process files once it's like set up. After that, and if you don't plan on editing the map ever again, you can just remove the unprocessed files to save a little space.
Have any of you experienced the problem with the Alpha 20 map generation system where I had to, for this current map that I'm on, I had to do over 40 map generations before I got a map that didn't have a giant wiener?
So you got rid of Florida?
Wait, what?
Huh?
So you moved Florida.
Like the map, literally every single time I would generate it, it would have like a wiener shape on my map, no matter what I did.
Really,
Really
really
did.
hard not to have those. But yeah, you could paint your own biomes.
Yeah, she missed that. If you want to reiterate about that.
Yeah, I just posted the link to the tools. It's down there in the custom map making. But you can customize your maps as well. Zipcore made a pretty
Yeah, I
easy
have
to use.
that.
Yeah,
I
okay,
have
yeah.
that. I just got it. I just started it.
Super duper easy. Well, I mean, as long as you follow the steps, they work. I just have to remember where
Can't
those
wait for
steps are.
Tarragon. And
Oh,
do you
yeah.
have any teasers for Compo yet?
What I mean, yes, the videos that I made for it.
But a video doesn't tell what day it's coming out.
Nope. Nope. But it shows you what Zombieland looks like.
I like Zombieland.
Yeah. So we made some teaser videos for some of the POIs that are new to Compo Pack 48.
No
Oh,
way.
were you talking about the ones that Kayla? She talking about the ones that we did?
No,
Okay.
she's not talking about us.
Unless if you have access to Compo Pack 48, somebody's in trouble.
I blame. There's no one here for me to blame.
No, the 48 Compo Pack 48 has got a whole bunch more POIs, and so the testers have been going through and testing them to make sure everything works, and that's a really good thing that they're being so thorough this time.
Yeah.
That way you don't need to worry so much about volumes not working, because we hit one that was one one of these POIs had something with it that we finally kind of narrowed down the likely cause, and this is an issue that got ran up through a lot of people. But if it hadn't have gotten fixed, every time somebody goes in there, it would stop all zombies on the server. So that's what the testing process is. And that one took us several weeks to unravel and redo. And
I got asked to look at that one.
Yeah, that one was fun.
Yeah.
but we got it working. So
You guys are such teasers.
I know.
I'm so excited for Tarragon and Compo Pack 48. It's like not even funny.
Yeah. It's gonna be very cool. There are so many cool POIs.
What's your favorite one? Can you
She
tease
can't
more?
tell us this. You're gonna get her in trouble.
I can say anything about the ones that we've already gotten in the teaser videos, and
There
I
we
gotta
go.
say, so I like I absolutely adore the medieval town, and well, honestly, I like all of those. But Vitamin E has got some of the most beautiful builds I've ever seen. It's insane the level of detail that modern or that
Builder?
prefabber makes. It's just, yeah, their builds are just phenomenal. It's just the level of detail. And then we've got a bunch of new folks that are building some stuff, and they're just so freaking creative, and they look cool, and yeah, it's really neat to see what people come up with. And it'll be easy for people to have things like, themed villages and settlements and townships. So I had fun with the Asia Town ones. That was fun. I made koi fish, so once you get 48, you can find my koi fish.
So
Wait, actually,
is your
fish, like
castle
goldfish?
updated, or your
The Notre Dame? Yes, it
Yes.
is.
Yeah.
It is. It is. This will be the first release of my Notre Dame where I did everything, including all of the zombies in there. It is not an easy prefab to get through.
So here's a question, which I don't know if you can or cannot answer as of right now. With the compo pack, is it going to be set up to work with the various what did they call them? Like the spawner grids for the cities?
Oh, the tiles? Yeah.
Yeah, the tiles. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Probably why it's taking so long.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we have to go through, like, to make the cities, like, if you look at the Zombieland and the Age of Town and the Medieval Town, we actually had to make a whole bunch of tiles for that. And through making all of these different assets to build, like, custom cities, we would hit issues with, like, the vanilla game. And that's where we're passing along our findings to the fun pips and submitting, bug reports and stuff like that. So a lot of bugs are being uncovered through this process, which is part of why it takes a long time, because we, submit the bug and then, hopefully get a fix and da. So it's slow.
We know
but
how fun
yeah.
pimps always drags their feet.
Yeah. Well, they're trying hard. They really are. And there's a lot of people over at the pimps that are absolutely bending over backwards to help us figure this stuff out. Because there's a couple brain teasers we're like, well, we don't know what's going on with this one, but we can't figure it out, and it shouldn't be happening. And so I know some fairly hefty issues have been uncovered through this process. So it is good, and in the long run, it's going to benefit the entire game and the community. But yeah, that's one of the reasons why it is taking a little bit longer. But this pack is going to be so darn well tested. So and of course, as soon as it comes up, somebody's going to find, well, there's a texture missing here.
Yeah. One of the things I can say that TFP has done recently, and I mean by recently I mean with the last couple of years, is as they grew as a company and they've hired more people. So with bringing on more people, more experienced people, because if you don't know, they pretty much all started out as modders. Like Mad Mole started out, by modding Skyrim and I think a couple other games. So they were a community of modders that decided to make a game. So it's been a lot of trials and tribulations over the last 8 years and some months to get where they're at. And some of the alphas took a lot longer than the community would have liked. Like Alpha 17 took 18 months to develop. But now, with them hiring more people and expanding as a company, that works great for us for 7 days and whatever future projects they have that are, that they'll announce at some point. So, I give them a lot of props for trying, finally getting their house in order with hiring more people that are skilled to do certain things. So, even hiring some of the modders and at least one modder and a prefabber.
A lot of modders that are in there.
Yeah. The most recent one I know of is Hal 5000. Or Hal 9000. I think it's 5000. I haven't talked to him in forever and a day, so I don't remember. But he was a big modder.
Hal 9000.
Yeah, you can even search YouTube for some of his old videos for stuff he's released in the older alphas. He had a drone back in like Alpha 15. So, I don't necessarily think the drone was his, his addition, but, he has, you can. His biggest contribution right now that I know of is the distant meshes for player built structures. I know it still needs to be tweaked a bit from my understanding, but it's a start.
Being able to see your base from far away, is wonderful. And as long as you know how to empty out your distant mesh folder every now and then. Although I did switch my server over to only doing distant meshes for things that are land claims. So that's been helping a lot. I haven't had people.
Oh, you can do it just for land claim buildings?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So that has definitely helped. I know that there was an issue for us when as the map progressed, because my last map almost got up to day 1200. When I was finally like, okay, we're gonna do a wipe here. So there was a lot of structures on the map by then So joining the map, you would have to dump out your distant mesh folder, your local one. Like every time you joined, or else there would be like this massive issue. So we got that worked out. So it'll be interesting to see how an older map feels like trying to log on. What day are we on? We're on day 169.
Nice.
So, and we just kicked off a couple days ago. Week ago? Something like that.
So I know this was like a question that was brought up in the server, I guess server management groups earlier on in the month, but we're constantly having it, but the tree issue where trees are visible for some but not others.
That's a weird one. How many mods do you have running, and are any of them associated with the
So-
trees or decorations, or?
None of our mods have anything to do with trees, or like we don't even have like the respawning trees in our server.
Mhm.
And the other server that's having the same issue is like really secretive about what mods they have for some reason.
Yep.
So we can't really figure out like I can't figure out what's like the common denominator.
My next question is that you say the trees are not visible like at all, or when you turn certain directions?
At all.
At all.
all.
Like some
Okay.
people can't see them at all. Like I don't see them, but the other players have them.
And have you tinkered with your like occlusion and your video settings to see if it's something local?
I've gone to all the different things on my computer, and so much as like screen sharing and us showing each other that it's there, not there. So.
And one person's even claimed that it's destroying when the tree
Their
grows
base.
back in. It's destroying parts of their base when the tree grows back.
Because I've seen that happen. The base get destroyed because it displaces the blocks as it grows.
But then when I show up there, I can't see the tree, and
we see their base.
Right. When we go to their base and view it, but when you share a screen, sure enough, there's a frickin' tree there.
Wait.
Yeah.
I thought once you took down a tree, it doesn't regrow unless you replant it.
We don't have that even built in as a mod, and they don't regrow. They're regrowing for like select special people.
Yeah.
I would check through your mods just to make sure there's not like something that's in there and you just didn't know about it. Like, do you have any farming mods or anything like that?
No.
Nope.
So go do a search on all your mods for like a growth timer. Just don't like keep it like your search term as small as possible. Just search for
growth.
Naz, what is it? Is it growth timer? What is the
growth rate?
Growth rate, yeah. Just look for that.
I would even just simplify it and go just for growth.
Yeah, even that. Just to see if you can find it. Like I use the growth timer for my respawning gore blocks and vehicles. So it could be something that's associated with something like that.
No items match your search. I searched my entire mod folder. Nothing for growth.
And then there's another one. There's two ways that you can regrow stuff or switch things out. Oh, fuck.
Downgrade.
Is it downgrade or upgrade? Because like I know Stallion had a resetting like cabinets, but switching out to different states, whether it was an open container or a closed one, and he had a different mechanism on the backside than I typically would use. I don't know.
Block placeholders.
Could be.
Oh, and then the something similar. Somebody has a land claim block down with a building, and once in a while, a zombie will spawn into their land claim block area. Could that be related for like respawning trees and zombies?
Well,
Like,
bedrolls would keep zombies from respawning.
But yet this.
Before you ask that question, is it James?
No, it's Uzo.
Oh, okay. I have a zombie spawner in James's base.
And I did not know that. Thank you for sharing that.
And if they find this and listen to it,
That's why I get woken up at 2:00 in the morning.
I definitely never put a screamer shrine underneath a player's base that I didn't like. Never.
Oh my gosh,
Did Kayla tell you
karma.
about- Did she tell you about the screamer she created?
So I've
Oh.
been making an overhaul mod for our server, and I'm
Mhm.
not very good at coding, as you know. And
Bullshit.
I thought I put. Okay, so I was making my first zombie, like my actual like piecing together my first zombie. Somehow, in thinking that I put an auger arm on my zombie, and was putting the screamer sound instead of the chainsaw auger noise, I made a zombie that not only does it shoot out screamer
Screamers.
zombie, and so I was just casually messing around with one of our players one day, which happens to be Roll's best friend in real life, and all of a sudden he's finishing his he's getting his massive end stage loot at the POI he's in. And all of a sudden he hears a scream. He's looking around looking for the screamer. There's no screamer. And then he turns around and he goes kaboom! Insta dead. Screamers everywhere. There's 100 and something zombies being called in. And it took us an hour with god hammers to kill the thing because it had so much HP. And then we got it killed, and I did my math somehow wrong, and it spawned 3 more on death.
No.
So why don't you just go in the admin mode and just
Kill all.
Kill all.
It didn't work.
Kill all kills everything but players.
It didn't kill these zombies. They had so much health that they kept going.
You
They
can
would multiply.
You can redo the command multiple times if they've got more than 10,000 hit points.
Yeah,
Oh
she
my God.
used that boss guy, the 30,000 one, who's the big guy, like the giant biker.
Mm-hmm.
The Juggernaut.
Oh, yeah.
Juggernaut.
That's
The
still
Juggernaut. Yeah,
No.
we still have it.
We have a
brought it.
Juggernaut.
We
But
have a Juggernaut.
I edited it, and now it's not
Okay.
a thing anymore.
Now it's a
because
screaming egg. It's a screamer
It's
spawner.
a screamer shooting entity.
It's terrifying. Our players, some people will hear she spawning it, and they'll just log out. They're like, no.
Can't blame them.
It was terrifying.
Oh, when you were talking earlier, Tech, so we asked our players to simplify, after so many days, these guys can make a horde base that can pretty much withstand everything to a point.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So I said, guys, I want you to go simple. I want no doors, no machine guns, no hatches, nothing. I want you guys to build a arena, which he did,
Mhm.
and the entire thing is them fleeing through a 200 block by 200 block by 100 block high arena where they're dealing with all the zombies that can just run up and chase them constantly.
Nice.
And that has been a huge success for our Horde Knights.
Mm-hmm. We had this. I think we built it originally back in 16, but we have a pyramid where it's like 6 levels, and each level is a labyrinth. And we've cut out the middle of it, and we got I got my screamer shrine in there, and then we also have a gimme game where you can have stuff spawned in. We're tinkering with it now. We're gonna it used to be that you could spawn stuff inside there, but with the way that they changed the way that zombies spawn, we're gonna have to chop off the top of that. So we'll probably do that, but yeah, no, I just want I want Blood Moon to work properly. It hasn't worked properly since 18. It used to be fun. That's it.
Right.
Used to be fun back in 15, but only one group would get all the zombies, and the rest of you like, oh, thank God, we can survive.
I do remember that was fun, but I'm glad it's every night
Yeah.
or every horde. Yeah.
Right.
I just
Yeah.
wish
Where
that everybody would
one
spawn.
group, the larger group would get the most zombies, and one guy would be going, "No, I'm fine over here. You guys are good."
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. I have screenshots where every available block has a gore pile on it. Back when they turned into gore piles, and after Horde Night, because there was just so many that would spawn in, and now with the way that they changed it, it's bothersome. We'll get it work eventually. I'll keep bugging the pimps. Well, the trees. You know what? I'm really stumped on your guys' problem with the trees. I swear to God, it has to be a mod thing. Well, no, it doesn't even. But it does. It's weird that some people see it and some people don't.
Yeah,
that's
we
the
could
weird
go
thing.
into the lobby that we created and spawned in.
Mhm.
I see a tree in one corner, but no, like half the people won't see a tree there, and it's real. It's only in like certain places.
Have
Like
you
when
guys
I did,
dumped your local dynamic mesh folders just in case there's something that's stuck in there? Oh, and do you guys use
Server
when
blend.
you well no, I was gonna say, do you guys there's an issue where weird things happen if you are using, like if you're in admin mode, God mode, and you're zooming around and you know how you press the Q button to kind of jump?
Hmm.
Odd stuff can happen sometimes with that. But have you dumped your local dynamic mesh folder for the server?
Yeah, I don't know where that is.
Okay. All right. So for your client side, if you go to where you have your maps, your world generated on all that,
Hmm.
there's going to be a folder called Saves Local.
Hmm.
So it's like your app data roaming 7 days to die. So you go to Saves Local, and then you find the crazy name for your server, and the file would have been created the day that the moment that you logged onto that server. So you find that one, whichever one it would be, and then there's a folder called Dynamic Meshes, and so you can go in there and you can dump that. You can also dump the same folder on your server. You have to do it when the server's off, but it could be if you flush out your dynamic meshes, maybe something was
Where do
sitting
I
there.
find that on the server though?
Okay, on the server, it's kind of the same pathway. Let me pull up my. This is where it's handy having the same host.
oh, and everybody, Kayla probably doesn't want me to tell you this. Tomorrow's her birthday.
Ooh, happy birthday!
Happy
But
birthday.
she's
Happy
not here for
birthday.
me, so don't tell her it was me.
Won't tell her at all.
I'm
Nope.
right here. You're so embarrassing.
I didn't say a thing. It wasn't me. You can't prove it. There's no record. Oh shit.
This is a recording.
Shit.
That's all
Busted.
right. My cousin's birthday was 2 days ago.
Ah, well, happy birthday to your cousin.
Yeah. Do you know what 2 days ago was?
St. Patrick's
St.
Day.
Patrick's
Yep.
Day.
He's
Yep.
Irish by birth. Like he's not even Irish by descent. How do you not be Irish when your birthday's St. Patty's Day?
I got married on St. Patrick's Day, so that's like my old. I'm not married anymore, but that
Well,
was
now we
when I
know
got
why.
married. Yeah. Don't get married and then go to an Irish bar on your wedding day. All right.
Get
where-
drunk.
That was fun when he turned 21. I took him to an Irish pub.
Nice.
God, man, that hurt. I hurt the next day. We got there at 9 a.m. and we didn't leave until like 3 a.m. And between 9 and 5, me, him, and one of his friends who took off from work to join us killed 2 bottles of Captain Morgan, a bottle of Bacardi, and half a bottle of Jameson from 9 to 5. And then not including what we drank afterwards because we were getting free drinks because he was the birthday boy on St. Patty's Day. Yeah, I hurt for a few days after that, and I was only 26. No,
We're
27.
having some issues from our server because I have Wicked Devi on here and Gomir Territory. So I have 2 maps overlaying each other.
That
Well,
could be a
it would
problem.
only be referencing whichever one. Like, is it in your generated worlds or where? I'm sorry, where
In
did
my
you say you were
generated
looking
world.
at? Okay. On the server?
Hmm.
Naz posted a pathway in the Braindrave Live channel.
For the local one?
Yeah.
For the client
Got it.
side mesh
client
location.
side. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, I see it.
App data.
I am completely brain farting word. Let me go look through my tickets.
So it's different on the server though.
I found it so easy the first time I went looking for it, and now I'm overthinking it. So.
Alright, so user data folder roaming Steam ads. That's not it.
That was
Data
under.
folder. Generated worlds. Upload world data here. Text. Oh, I found Lone Hunter's base.
It should be under the world folder
Yeah.
of your world. I've cleaned mine out and it stays empty now, but I got a dynamic
Config
meshes
stump
folder
map
still.
player.
You know what?
There's an example of where
Maybe
it
I
would
don't
be
have
on
it
a
so much anymore.
Windows server.
I don't have app data roaming.
That's on the
Could be
client.
hidden. Yeah, clean out your local one first.
Oh,
And this won't affect our overall gameplay for the players, right?
No.
app data on your local machine is a hidden folder. If you go into the white box or you search and you do percentile app data, percentile, and hit enter, it'll open it up. And then you can go into local or roaming or whatever folder from there.
You might need to click the view tab at the top, and on the right there'll be a little checkbox for hidden
Yeah,
items.
I know how to do it on my local, but I don't know how to get it on the server.
Yeah, let me look on that. I changed how my map does things now because I turned off or I adjusted what was saving for the dynamic meshes. So you have the option so that it only does the dynamic meshes for places with LCB blocks on it. So it could be why I'm having troubles finding it now, just because it saved it different. Do you know what setting that you're using?
I don't have dynamic mesh enabled.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, then you won't have a dynamic mesh folder.
Well, that's fancy.
See, it is. Where did I put it?
I'm looking for something that doesn't exist.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's under the 7 days to die saves. Oh yeah, that's why I couldn't find it, because I don't have that folder anymore on my new map because I disabled it.
Oh, you disabled it like me.
I could have sworn that I switched it over to just LCB blocks, but yeah. Well, okay, so it's not that.
My server is so broken.
So you have to learn how to break it and fix it so that you don't break it anymore.
No chunk for position.
Oh, isn't that normal though?
Yeah.
Sort of?
Oh, dude, I've broken my server so many times. How else do you
Find me
learn not
one
to remove
person.
something?
And this is why
Find me one
backups are
person
important.
that has
What was that, Naz?
find me one person that hasn't borked their server at one time or another.
For sure.
My biggest thing right now is having people put in a ticket that says the server's broken, the server's broken. You ask for a screenshot. They're like, oh, there's red text all over the place and it's not letting me do something, and it logged me out. I was like, can you take a screenshot so I know what the error is? No, I don't know how. Okay.
I like it
Well,
when
I
they
don't
take
know
it
how
with
to
their
fix it.
phone
Oh my god, yeah.
in portrait mode.
Oh yeah.
With a tablet.
Last night I took the server down to do an update to the Steam update, and I forgot to turn the server back on, and then everybody's like, what's wrong with the server? What's wrong with the server? I was like, nothing, it's updating. And then I log in, server stopped. Oh, that's a me problem.
I've definitely done that. Because you get tired of waiting and you go look at something else and like, oh, shiny over there.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
like, oh, whoops. And they're like, Karma, is the server still updating? Oh, yeah, hold on a second. Let me just double check, make sure it didn't get hung on something. Yep, got hung up on
I get a
something.
message
Me.
from Roll. What's wrong with the server? Nothing.
Oh, like server's down. Oh, I fixed it. What?
Mhm.
Okay. Well, it did fix for me. Of course, I'm not very. Yeah, never mind. It's fine.
It's like
Or
the
you get a-
little things. Like, what are you doing?
You get a
I
message
currently have.
that's like, I'm gonna shut down the server to update. It'll just be a couple minutes. And then you shut down and you're updating it, and you get a message immediately from a player that did receive your initial message that says, is the server up yet? And it's like, it's been 2 minutes. Keep your tits on, you know?
Yep. Yeah. And you've wasted 2 minutes at making me answer this stupid question. Go away.
Oh, I have a hard and fast rule that if you message me about like me directly, because I have a channel that says for help, so everybody can see what's going on, so I don't have to answer a whole bunch of different questions. So everybody can post there, and everybody can search in that channel. So if there's a problem, people can like, oh yeah, I'm having that trouble too, because I like transparency. And so anytime somebody messages me directly when there's something wrong, I'm like, please use this channel, because if I have to, respond to you individually, it's going to take me longer, like it is right now.
I keep getting direct messages, and I'm like, open a ticket, because that way all the mods, all the admins, and the owners can all read it. No, I've sent it to you, and now I'm telling you to please open a ticket and just copy and paste what you sent me. I don't care.
I hate it.
Do I really have to do that? Yes, you do.
If you want it fixed, you do.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what part of I'm not a programmer very good yet, speak English, that you don't understand that I am not. Kayla's really good at this. I suck at this.
What do you
See,
not
I have them all
under-
go in one channel.
What do you not understand about following goddamn directions? That's what you gotta ask.
Yeah.
And next time someone does that, say, listen, if you don't fill out the ticket, you're not gonna get help.
No, but you've all had this, right? Hey, I'm direct messaging you because my friend had a problem. Well, can your friend open a ticket? No, I'm asking for him. Can he type?
Oh, no, it's a single player game.
How about the greatest thing? You put a vending machine in full of doors for a quest, expecting people to just take what they need for their quest. No,
Nope.
they take everything out of the vending machine and sell them to the vendors.
Yep, and that's why I
Assholes.
went through something like that, because people are assholes.
Yeah, we had to turn off selling bullets in the game.
No, they were literally getting to that level 1,000 in like 3 days, and then they were complaining that they couldn't do anything. I was like, well, you're going to Horde Night, and then you're selling all your bullets to level. Like, you're literally telling me that's what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
What do you
That
think is
should
going
be
to happen?
some like unspoken rule is if you give players an inch, they will take a mile.
They
1
will.
mile, they'll take 100 miles.
I have something really entertaining going on right now on the server. I have a test server, and I put a password
Just
on
to
it.
remind you that this does get posted to YouTube, and this is public. Just FYI. Okay.
I have a
Just
test server. And I have a password on it. And
What's
the password is set, and I gave everybody the password, and the password doesn't work. But I can get into it with the password, but nobody else can get in it with the password. I don't understand.
It sounds like a failure
You have-
to follow directions.
Are passwords case sensitive?
Yes.
Uh-uh.
Also could be keyboard differences if you've got a special keyboard. Sometimes the
The translation.
Mm-hmm.
no, like some keyboards have like 110 keys on them. Some of them have more, some have less. So they sometimes have different designations. Although I would be surprised if most of your
code is
players had a different type of keyboard.
Right. The ASCII code is different when they hit the letter, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Used to run into that when I was living over in Japan, and my Japanese coworkers. Sometimes weird things would happen when we had different keyboards entering stuff. That took us a while to figure out. Well, we're coming up at the top of the hour. I can't remember. Were we doing 60 or 90 minutes?
90.
90. Okay, so we still got half an hour.
Yep. Especially since we missed last month.
I know. It's like herding kittens trying to find a time we can all talk.
Yeah.
Well, what
So
other
what are you-
issues?
What
Sorry.
are you guys most excited for the upcoming stuff in the game?
As I
Did
mentioned
everyone
earlier-
see that they
I heard
started
they're
an
working
Alpha
on
21 thread?
Did they?
Yes, they are.
Oh, hold on. I gotta go over to the forums that I haven't been to in months.
I don't go to forums. They're scary.
I'll post a link.
These,
To the
That'll
forums.
work. That makes it easier.
Ugh.
I
are
really
you
sh-
putting it in Braindrave Live, or where are you putting it?
That's what it
Live.
should be.
Because we have, a channel for every single little topic.
Yes, we
The way
do.
it should
and that,
be.
yes.
I'm just joking.
No, it should be like that.
No.
Yes.
I do like the new
Yeah.
mods for vehicles because the most thing people ask us for is they want all the vehicle things that they see on all these YouTube videos, and I'm like, those
Mhm.
mostly are client side, and
Mhm.
yeah, we don't do client side.
I don't understand why people get so touchy about having no client side.
Updated and new decorative vehicles. Why can't you put you have decorative vehicles in there anyway? Why can't you make them drivable?
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, they got the
Military truck.
The
well,
box trucks.
you got an orange pickup truck. You've got
The
a red
buses.
minivan. You got a white SUV. Oh, what are these three dudes?
Huh?
Are they bandits?
Bandits.
Yeah, those are the
Yeah.
bandits.
I was gonna say
Ah.
where? What?
Melee, light, and heavy. Is that how they go?
I
Ooh, what if
guess
they both
easy,
look
medium,
cool?
and hard.
That too.
Yeah.
And I would love to be able to, when they die, is to actually pull something that they're wearing off of them instead of just going, oh, you know what I mean? It'd be nice since they're going to have NPCs that you can take the armor off of them, repair that, and wear.
Will
Mhm.
Will that be part of the loot? Because
I don't know. I'm
they'll
saying
give
that
you loot, I
nice.
think.
I would enjoy that. I don't know if they're going to do it.
Oh, Roland just put
Uh,
this on Wednesday. Okay.
Yeah, being able to see what they're wearing and take it from them. I don't think that's on the. I don't think that's in the pipeline.
No, I'm reading through it and I don't see anything. But
Yeah.
Then again, Roland just posted this Wednesday, so wait for updates. Maybe they will make it lootable. Maybe they won't. Maybe they'll make it craftable with a recipe or something.
I'm pretty sure that stuff will drop. Loot will drop like a zombie.
Yeah,
right,
backpack
and that's
or something.
fine. But it would be nice to go, this guy with this heavy armor just killed me, and I really want his heavy armor.
Mhm. I want a biker jacket. Look cool.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Or nurse's scrubs. Give me those.
You should be able to mod
Armor
them
rating
in.
of negative
More
10.
paint in the freaking paintbrush.
Oh, the
Mm.
camo.
Oh,
Be able to put on army camo in the game and hide in bushes would be cool.
ghillie suit.
Isn't that what the ghillie suit is?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but it's not aesthetically pleasing for me.
It looks funny.
Yes.
That it does.
They're still
Dye it
to
bright pink.
update the character models and stuff for
Oh,
clothing
for
items.
yes, my eyebrows drive me crazy. That's why I always wear shades.
Yeah, paint your ghillie suit pink, and people will run. You think they're one of the Pink Yetis.
Until you start shooting back.
Well, but once NPCs are in, NPCs where you can change out their outfits and put them in like ghillie or like and then oh my god, that would be fun.
Just buy
Like
some
an armor
dolls.
stand.
Yeah,
Or be able to get the mannequins and dress them up. That'd be fun.
that would be really cool too.
I could be down with that.
Mannequins were probably the best meme block to add in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So many funny things you can do with them.
Yes.
Oh, if you're
We
gonna
need to get
apply
more.
if you're gonna make custom ones and apply animations to them, like
Make them enemies.
just going back like Chuck E. Cheese and you have the rap band and everything.
Oh God.
God, somebody just
animatronics.
hated themselves. Thank you.
Mods idea, people. Mod ideas.
Mhm.
Animatronics.
A Chuck E. Cheese POI would be amazing.
It had to be a Charles Cheese or something like that.
Yeah,
Post
like,
it in this compo post. See if somebody wants to make it.
Yeah.
that's really good.
I don't know if it's
Trouble
still
is,
around.
yeah, doing the animations, the creatures. Without them, it wouldn't be the same.
Well, what happens if you go into Chuck E. Cheese's after everything closes? They're just kind of sitting there in their poses, right?
Yeah.
Right,
Unless
true.
you
That's
activate
pretty
them.
freaking horrifying.
But you have a motion sense, and then when you walk by, they start.
That would be awesome. Or zombies would pop out from behind them.
Yes.
Or they could be the zombies.
That would be awful. Yes, because the person inside of them got bit before they put on their suit.
A
But then they can bite you.
a cosplay
Oh, God.
convention of zombies.
Can you imagine if the zombie apocalypse hit during like SummerCon or something, and everybody's all dressed up as oh my God, yeah, that could be
I'm
Spock's
actually
running after you.
I'm going to a D&D themed wedding next weekend.
Oh, that's pretty
Nice.
cool.
Yeah, the person and the Luke Gygax, the son of Gary Gygax, is the minister, and he's dressing as a wizard. It's really
Oh,
cool.
that's awesome. Is it
Yeah.
in Lake Geneva or?
Yeah, it's in Lake Geneva. That's where
Yeah.
I'm going there. Yeah, I'll be there.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's two people are getting married at the convention. Satix Phoenix and her boyfriend. I don't remember her name, but sorry.
I'd wager he's her fiance
Mm-hmm.
at this point.
Oh, good point. Yes. But yeah. So watch the YouTube video next weekend of the wedding, guys. If you get, I'll try and post it.
Sure.
So yeah, I would love for interacting with creatures, more server side vehicle stuff. Where
Well, vehicles, unless it's put out by the pimps, any kind of mod would have to be downloaded. So if someone modded something with new vehicles, that's a client-side download and a server-side thing.
Oh, there are client side. There's the bicycle that was changed into the sled dog. You've got the Jeep that was turned into the military vehicle. That are all server side.
Just the wheels
Flying
don't
shark.
turn.
Oh, yeah, they didn't do the animation on it. Yeah.
Right. I think High Hope did those, didn't he?
I was going to say, I remember when he was first starting to play with different combinations of vanilla assets. He was showing that to me. I never did pin him down enough to get how he did that, unfortunately. But, you know.
Buffs.
Is
Attach.
his stuff... Is Bad Panda still active?
He's no longer part of Bad Panda. I think it's Ragnarok and Stompy.
So
Yeah.
we're back to that? Okay. I wasn't sure. Wasn't sure where he was landing these days.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't.
High Hope's gone. He just left.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He came back for like a day or two, and then he left again.
Yeah.
And I did
Okay.
message him like, "Hey, man, is everything okay?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, all right, you know.
Yeah, I did too. And now I'm blocked or whatever.
You don't share.
Like he
servers,
deleted
what it
his
is.
whole account, I think.
Did he?
Yeah.
Mm.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I even messaged Stompy. I'm like, "Hey, do you know?" He's like, "I have no idea what's going on with him." Okay. I'm like, I was just curious, make sure he's okay, because after that whole thing with Paco, got to check up on people.
Paco.
Mm.
Paco was a modder and one of the devs for Starvation, and several years ago he got into a motorcycle accident and died.
Oh,
Hmm.
crappy.
Yeah. So the Starvation people took a big hit with that. The funny thing is I talked to him on Discord like 2 days prior to that. So, and I'm like,
Wow.
"Oh, okay," and I sent him a couple messages, "Hey, blah blah blah," when you get the chance, and never heard back. And then it was like a week later I found out that he died.
That's a shame.
Yeah. So, that was
Yeah,
a big loss. Paco did a lot of cool mods and stuff.
I've wondered how exactly that situation works, because if I died, no one would know. I would just be offline forever,
Hmm.
and you could message me, but I'd be dead, so I couldn't respond to tell you I'm dead. So
Well, as of right now, you don't know if you could respond or not, because if you stayed
Well-
as a ghost,
oh, that's true.
they
I
do
could
have that.
haunt this
They do
Discord.
right. They do have the show Ghosts, both the UK version or the British version and the American version. I don't know if you've watched it. It's a half-hour sitcom. I kind
One
of
with Doug Judy with his face.
which one?
I always remember him as Doug Judy from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
He. I don't think he's in the. He's in
Also, Craig from The Office.
that. Which one was Craig from
Is
The
this the
Office?
where the
That was
wife
Craig
can
from
see
The
ghosts
Office.
but the husband can't?
What's that?
Is this the show where the wife can see the ghosts but the husband can't?
Yes.
I've seen a couple episodes. It's a really funny show.
Yeah, Rose McIver does a really good job. But it's a ripoff of a British show of the same name. It's just the American version, which I have the British version on my Plex, and I've watched like the first episode, and I'm a big fan of British TV, and I'm like I like the American version better.
Oh.
You know, but it's like some of the same characters. There's a couple different characters. But and I do love me British TV. There's but I watched like the
Downton
first
Abbey.
episode. Actually, I don't watch that. I watch a lot of the police procedurals and like the fantasy shows that they've had over the years. I also watch Grantchester, and what else was I watching?
Doctor Who.
No, I don't watch Doctor Who. I'm not a Whovian. Not a pothead either. Harry Potter. I call them potheads.
That's made more sense now that you explained it. Thank you.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I don't.
Yeah, not the
sound
bubonic
zero.
chronic. No. Yeah, so, I was actually surprised that I didn't like it, but I find the American one funnier.
Not Doctor Who.
Yeah, I never got into Doctor Who. I watched Merlin, I watched Robin Hood, I watched The Musketeers. I think there was another one that they had. But mostly I like the police procedurals. There's a show called Coroner, but I think that's Canadian. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Canadian. Australia has it's a medical examiner show. What the hell is it? I can picture it. I can see the actor. I can't remember the name. That's also a pretty good one. Harrow.
Oh, I've heard that one.
Yeah, that one's pretty good. That's on my Plex, so
Hmm.
I think it is anyway. Yeah, Harrow's pretty good. But we're off topic
That's
again.
I was just gonna say, like, we're kind of off topic. I don't know if we
Yeah.
have anything else we want to discuss, though.
Yeah, we got about 15 minutes. And then when the show ends, I gotta go do today's adventure for my D&D session.
I have a wedding party thingy to go to. It's the
The Red Wedding?
they're No, God, I hope not.
White wedding.
No, it's the wedding reception finally, but it also happens to be on their 2-year anniversary because COVID kept on pushing the party back. So
Hmm.
finally gonna have their wedding party reception for everybody on their 2-year anniversary.
Congrats to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it because, now my kid has a driver's license. So I'm like, hey, kid, if I have some wine, you want to drive home? Cool. I have my own designated driver.
You will drive drunk mommy home, and you will like it.
No. He's like, are you going to get wasted? No, I'm not going to get wasted.
That's what weddings are
But you're-
for.
Not going to do it when I get around. That's for when we go up to my dad's house and he and I drink beer all night and then
So-
yell at each other.
I'm seeing an issue on one of my servers.
Ooh, what you
I'm
got?
gonna post an image. Apparently,
Oh.
these yucca trees are spawning everywhere like this in groups.
Huh.
First of all, they look oversized. They look too big.
It could just be the angle.
No, because there's one in the bottom right-hand corner that looks to scale. I don't know.
Are they
Look-
floating?
You look
Are
like
you using the Vanilla Plus mod on your server?
No,
Lots of-
Are you?
which vanilla? Isn't that part of the AFG
AGF, yeah.
AGF?
Yeah.
The only thing I'm using is the HUD part.
Okay, so that's not it. Are you using any of the Primal Rage Gaming mod?
No.
Somebody planted those then.
Can they plant them on the road though?
no, they can't.
No. They
And they're-
cannot do that. That's weird.
Is it always the same number of groups, like rows, columns?
I don't know. They're posting the pictures on the Discord. And I'm not gonna worry about it, but it'd kind of be nice to know what's going on.
That is weirdness.
Okay, it's the exact same grouping. There's 10
Yeah.
rows. I just counted both of them.
Isn't a tree respawner mod?
No.
Maybe
The only
some-
thing I have to do with trees is the seed mod
Getting rid
that
of the
Is there-
gives
yeah,
less
isn't there a
seed.
seed pack mod that some people are using that like makes like honey a seed? Are you using that one?
Oh no. No, just the one that lessens the amount of seeds you get.
Do you have a vehicle respawning mod?
No.
Okay.
Cleans your server's dynamic message.
That
Now I'm caught.
that is off. That is off, and there's nothing in the dynamic meshes
And there's
folder.
so many of the blocks. That's weird. And they're spawning.
The floating part I could probably understand because the ground's weird anyway.
Well, the
Like
road
where
is
that
flat.
road is, that could be like half a block down or whatever.
Yeah.
And are they harvestable, or are they just kind of just the mesh, but not the block or a hitbox?
I don't know. I'll have to. They're just posting these now, so I don't even know much about
do
them.
me a favor when you post, see if everybody sees them or only the people sent can see them. Is it the same person sending the pictures of it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, next time they post, go there and see if you see them. Because that might be related to our problem accidentally. Which would be weird.
Right. Is that like what you guys are seeing? Like blocks of 20?
No, we're seeing like 3 or 4. I'm seeing, when I see it, it's 2 or 3 just inside of a building or inside of somebody's house. It's always just 2 or 3 for me.
Did you add any mods recently that would have replaced blocks or shifted them around at all?
No.
Oh, no for us too. And one player just said that they can't see them. So it is.
Oh, goody.
That's probably the same
I wonder if
problem we're
they
having.
need to remove their dynamic
Kayla, you
meshes.
said that you just updated your server.
Yeah.
When?
2 weeks ago?
Oh, okay. I'm like, I don't remember there being any updates anytime recently.
I just started working and had medical diagnoses, so I have been behind.
No worries. I'll
So
make sure that I wasn't.
do we send this to Fun Pimps? I mean, they're similar enough that the fact that
You're modded. They're
and
not
so-
gonna.
It's the
They're
Yeah,
not
mod's
gonna-
fault.
Yeah, there's you've just got way
They're
too
mod
many
snobs.
mods for it to.
They won't care, basically.
Yeah. Well, because honestly, like if you're adding a mod that changes your blocks, it could have gotten wonky in there somewhere where it shifted the block IDs over, and so like it was the mod causing this domino of weird blocks.
Yeah, his yucca trees look like each one would go into a block. Like if I was to place blocks underneath them, they would line up.
Hmm.
I mean, I know they would line up, but like perfectly, you know. So,
Yeah, they look like they're, 3 blocks apart or something.
yeah, it's definitely weird. Which now I want to log in and go to his base and see how far if the trees are 3 blocks apart. You know.
Yeah. Get screenshots. See if it's a similar pattern.
Yeah, I just know it's not that many. We don't have that. I've never seen that many trees spawn on somebody. But yeah.
Do you know? Well, so maybe try nuking your local server folder, and then logging in and see if there was some kind of conflict between the server assets and your local assets.
Yeah, your dramatic pause when you said nuke the server, then pause for a second, scared. You know, just as an FYI.
Just nuke the server, comma, you're good.
Folders. I like blowing everything up. Exploding is good.
That's why her icon is a mushroom cloud.
Hmm. I like exploding things. It's a
Oh, I
family
thought
tradition.
that is what that is.
Uh huh. The mushroom cloud.
Yes.
She likes mushroom-shaped things.
Yes.
This is a carryover from when I took over the server. Somebody made some pixel art of the Nintendo mushroom, and so that de facto became the icon for the server back when it was originally created. And I mean, it was a long time ago. I was looking at when the group was created on Steam, and originally that group was created in 2014. So my server has been around since 2014. Freaking long ass time. We're only a little bit away from our 10-year anniversary, which is crazy.
That's awesome. Congrats.
Yeah.
Almost in 3 more years.
Yeah. 2.5.
How long have I
Ish.
been going?
I don't know.
4 years, maybe.
I've been going since 2016.
Months for me. Sorry.
Not a competition, because if it was,
Nope.
I'd win. But
Nope.
Baby server has vault doors and secure doors.
Thank you.
we have a baby server.
We do.
We
have
have
a-
a tutorial server for new players.
Look at you guys.
Sink or
Um,
swim
Well,
with me.
Wait, a
Great job.
tutorial server?
Yeah, literally when you log into the lobby, it explains. She put up little placards going, "This is what this looks like. This
yeah,
is what this looks like."
Wow.
we had an influx of players that were coming from not ever playing the game before, and then like they kept asking so many questions and it was taking hours of my time. So I was like, what if I made this like really pretty like tutorial server? So we made it, and it's actually constantly has more players than like our normal server. But I literally took like everything and started at the beginning and was like walked them through their tutorial quest, and they're like, if you're trying to make gas, you need this resource. If you're trying to make this, you need this. And then showed them like I put it like on like little pedestals or whatever, and it's actually worked really good.
Yeah,
Oh,
people
wonderful.
actually asked to for us to make that the intro lobby with all the messages and stuff available to the other servers.
Yeah.
Handy dandy.
So,
It was really creative that way.
and we actually have other servers that have now copied that idea. So
Yep.
now it's a thing.
Highest form of flattery.
Yeah. So we have a really hard server, and then we have the baby server, which is like the bridge. And a lot of our players that start on the tutorial server, they bridge up to the harder server once they get like.
Feel
Well, it's like a
comfortable.
drug dealer
Comfortable.
server, basically. Like, here, try this out.
know,
This is free,
honestly,
and then they
yeah.
transfer into the.
You're not the first person to make that analogy.
Here's your
Like-
taste.
It's like first
Here's
taste
the
is
pot.
free.
Well,
Now
we
go to
did-
cocaine.
What I did is I scaled it, so everything that's on our big server is on our little server, but it's easier on the little server. So all of our like VIP stuff is also available on that server too. So when they come to the new server, they kind of know what to expect, but then everything's like
More
as
difficult.
hard as it can be.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's
It's a
fun.
very good idea.
It bridges the gap and it retains
It was
players.
our moderators, it was her idea. She goes, I want us, can you guys make a server where I can teach people how to play? And we're like, sure, why not?
Heck yeah, if you've got somebody who's got the energy for that, by all
Yeah.
means.
It took us an hour to set it all up and get it ready to go, and then
Yeah, I was
It's
literally
just
sitting
taken
in
off.
Arby's. I was literally sitting in Arby's while the whole thing was, the idea was pitched, created, and the server was live, and I never left Arby's. I'm like, I'm just looking at Arby's going, no, just give me more curly fries, buddy. That's all I want.
yeah, but we went from having like 48 consecutive players constantly to like 120 after like 2 weeks of having that server live.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
Let's see here. We are down to our last 6 minutes.
Yeah.
What is everybody's favorite current zombie?
I love the spider. I love the artwork on it. I hate that we can't appreciate how gorgeous it is because it's always hunched over.
And we're always shooting it. Yeah.
That too.
That one zombie really the Fun Pimp's owner dude's ex-wife.
Which one?
I'm not sure which one it is, but I think it's Darlene. Isn't that somebody's ex-wife or something? Or is that just a rumor?
I think it's just a rumor.
Never heard that.
Never heard that one.
Yeah.
I really like the Mexican.
Arlene. No, it's
word,
Arlene.
You guys know the Mexican wrestler?
The luchador?
Yeah. Yeah, I always like how he announces himself by turning the edges of my screen orange and screaming it out in Spanish something. I'm like, oh, I wish I could translate that.
Probably I'm here to eat your brains.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, you could probably pull it up on Google, like, you know, and just do the microphones and just play it right next to the speaker when it comes in, so Google Translate.
It doesn't. Well, no, it comes across the screen in words when he
Oh.
appears. You know, have you guys seen that mod? It's really good.
Mm-mm.
He's a fun zombie, guys.
Screenshot it and then go type it into Google Translate.
It's actually a really good idea.
That's the only kind I have.
Do you remember? Do you remember what it said? Like, even if you had to say it in.
It was like he said something about spectators,
Mm.
like he was like announcing everybody should watch him kill me or something. I think is the gist is what I'm. But I'll do that first before I commit to what I think he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Are custom zombies going to be a thing in Alpha 21?
Probably
I don't
not.
think so. They tried that with the UMAs, and it was so resource intensive.
Yeah, I think stuff like that wouldn't happen until after Gold.
Mm.
You know, they're still trying to get mechanics down, especially, you know, with the NPCs and the bandits,
Yeah.
as well as, you know, making things pretty. That's Mammo's favorite thing, not function. Got to make it pretty.
Water.
Yes,
water.
water. Yeah, water needs
Water.
to be redone, because if they can get water fixed, maybe we can get some actual
Yeah.
boats.
That'd be awesome.
They
In
can't-
that Alpha
Maybe-
21 post, I think Fatal said that they are working on water. It's
I
coming
did-
good.
I did
Cool,
see
yeah,
someone
they
said
are.
something about water, but I didn't see who it was or.
Yeah.
But
like
yeah,
every time I
they're
touch
doing
water,
that.
I break everything.
maybe
Yeah, we've actually had to encourage players stop building moats. Thank you.
Yeah. It's also super resource intensive for servers to have water.
One guy made, I think it was 100 buckets and filled it all 100 multiple times and literally server.
Mm-hmm. Back in the maybe 14, there were a lot of canyons everywhere, and you could when they first introduced that water would change, like it wouldn't just be a block; it would move around. You could take a
flowing water.
bucket, the top of the of those canyons, and make waterfalls. Looked pretty, tanked the entire server.
Well, whenever I do like a POI castle build or a keep, I always put flowing water as a small moat, but I only go like 5 wide and 10 down.
Mhm.
So just enough for the drawbridge to pretty much get across.
Yeah.
You
All
know-
right. Well, we are down to the bottom. Do you want to talk us out?
Sure, I guess. So this has been March's edition of Brain Drain, where we randomly talk about maps and server problems that, you know, are unsolved. You know, our little unsolved mysteries. So hopefully next month we'll have something a little bit aligned with more topics. Please feel free to post them in the regular Brain Drain channel of what you would like us to talk about if you listen to this.
Brain drain questions.
Yes, questions. Thank you. Again, no food, still, you know, low blood sugar. But yeah, that'll be it for March. We'll hopefully see you guys in April as long as our schedules work out. Maybe we can get Peter in here. Maybe we can get Sam. Maybe we can get Cy back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's not just, you know, the 3 of us, 4 of us in here all the time. And hopefully we can get more viewers to come in with their questions. You know, we like interactivity. So stop by, and everyone have a good rest of the weekend.
Indeed.
Bye.
Bye.
Woo-hoo.
Thank you guys.